Hello, you're watching SoundersFC.com. I'm Ross Fletcher as we take a closer look at the CONCACAF Champions League semi-finalists. The Sounders, of course, into the Final Four for the first time in club history. The CONCACAF Champions League is the club tournament for the best sides in our region, from North America, from Central America, and from the Caribbean. Alongside the Sounders will be a second MLS side, LA Galaxy, also Santos Laguna and Monterey, both from Mexico. The Sounders are facing Santos Laguna, LA Galaxy are against Monterey. Let's break down those four teams in a little more detail. Well, the Sounders are playing in the CONCACAF Champions League for the third time. It's the furthest they've ever been in the competition. They were impressive in the group stage, winning all four matches against the Honduran side Marathon and Caledonia of Trinidad. And Sammy Ochoa was in blistering form, hitting 4 goals. The Sounders made history in the quarter-finals then, becoming the first MLS side to beat Mexican opposition in the knockout rounds when Tigres was sent packing. Despite losing 1-0 in the first leg in Mexico, Seattle won the return leg 3-1 at CenturyLink Field with some memorable goals. That has set up that Final Four tie with Santos Laguna. Santos Laguna were last season's Champions League runners-up, and they're still one of Mexico's most powerful sides. They beat Seattle in the quarter-finals last year on the way to the final. Like the Sounders, they won all 4 of their group games in this year's competition, and then they overcame Houston Dynamo in the last 8. They've got one of the most fearsome strike forces in the CONCACAF region, including the former A-League sounder Herculez Gomez. LA Galaxy, they're the current MLS Cup holders, and they're the last US team to win the CONCACAF competition back in 2000, when it was known as the Champions Cup. Their coach at the time, one Ziggy Schmidt. The current side won 3 and drew the other of their group games to qualify as group winners. They then dispatched Costa Rican side Herediano. Coach Bruce Arena has cleverly used some of his younger players in his games so far, including goal-scoring strikers Jack McBean and Jose Villarreal. Finally, the other Mexican side, Monterey. They're the Champions League winners of the last 2 years, and they're looking good to make it a three-peat. This is the 3rd time they've made it to the semi-finals, and they're coming into it in impressive Champions League form. They sailed through their group, winning all 4 games, but notably scoring 15 goals without conceding. That made them the #1 seeds. Up front, the Chilean striker Humberto Suazo is one to watch. He topped the scoring charts last year with 7 goals. He's got 3 again this time around. So these semi-finals are 2-legged affairs, 1 game at home, 1 game away. Whoever scores the most goals in those 2 legs will go forwards to the final. A bit of history's been made by MLS sides in this year's competition, because never before have 2 MLS teams made the Final Four in the same year. Could this be the season that the Mexican dominance starts to melt? Give your full 90 with the Sounders FC mobile app, featuring live audio, matchday blog, and much more to keep you connected. Download your app at soundersfc.com/mobile.